right, everyone. Welcome to a replay cast here. I'm going to be watching some games from earlier today where we had uh, Fat and Sexy Squad, which is what I'm going to call them. They still don't have a team name. They've been scrimming a lot this week. They're going to be taking on Hex here. This is the first game, and we have Fat and Sexy Squad on the Legion side and Hex on the Hellborn side. The bans are already underway. We have Engineer and Moira being banned out here by the Legion side, Electrician and Magnus being banned out by the Hellborn side. Nothing really too crazy right off the bat. We have a Luna Bombardier, or a Luna into Bombardier, Chipper into Master of Arms, and Gladiator into Tundra. So the Tundra pick, I would say, stands out to me thus far, but everything else pretty standard, at least for this current meta game. Um, they could still look to run heroes like the Bombardier or the Master of Arms in more of a supportive role. With the Tundra picked up as a core, we could very well see all three of these heroes played as a core, and they could look to still pick up some supports, which would not be out of the question. Whereas I think it's safe to say we're going to see a core gladiator with Chipper and Aluna as the two supports, and they will look to pick up two more cores here on the side of the Legion. Some interesting bans coming out from the two sides. We see Wild Soul banned out as the first ban. Not a hero that we see a whole lot picked up. Then it's followed by the Madman and the Puppet Master for the Legion's second and third bans. So we haven't also seen a whole lot of Madman as of late, as he kind of got hit by the nerf bat quite quite a bit. So he has not been seen a whole lot, but that's not to say he is not still um, valuable in many situations. We have the Clanks, the Moon Queen, and the Moraxis banned out here by Polymorph, aka Hex. The bans are quite unique. Clanks and Moon Queen are not some heroes that we see picked up a whole lot, but they are still very powerful in their own right. The Moraxis um, getting banned out here. Pretty solid against heroes like the Master of Arms stun. Um, and I think I got a little bit of a insight as to why they might have banned the Moraxis. They pick up a Devour on their fourth pick. This is a hero we do not see a whole lot of, so I'm pretty excited to see some Devour. Meanwhile, here on the Legion side, we have Slither into Sir Bensington as the final two picks. And Slither is another one of these heroes where I feel like we have not seen a whole lot of uh, in the most recent tournaments. And I'm very interested to see how they're going to choose to lane the Slither. It looks like it will be a core, as they have both the Chipper and the Aluna already picked up. So I think we could see either a solo lane Slither or some kind of farming Slither in some capacity, as they have both a Gladiator and a Bensington, which I believe will be their other core. So last pick for the Hellborn side will in fact be the Monarch. So it looks like they actually picked up their cores in the first three picks. They finished it off with some supports being the Devourer and the Monarch, and based on the players who are playing the heroes, I think it's safe to say those will be the supports for both sides. So um, we see the Legion side. Looks like they're going to head all to the top lane to start things off. We have Tundra headed to the bot lane. Bombardier going to be played by Snooki going into the mid lane. And it looks like we have a defensive tri-lane of Master of Arms and Monarch and Devourer to start things off. So it looks like this is going to be a Sir Bensington tri-lane with Chipper and a Luna. Then we're going to have Gladiator most likely in the mid lane or bottom, and then Slither in the other lane respectively. So we'll see if any action is brewing here, but we have the five-man rotation coming out from Fat and Sexy Squad. The tri-lane will be content with just chilling there in the tower, and nothing really going to come out of this. They're going to get a ward of sight down here on the cliff, and looks like they have no other wards currently picked up. So we'll see. We'll see if Yep, it doesn't look like we'll get any kills to start things off. But yes, so Tundra gonna be going up against, I want to say, Bensington. Okay, they're actually running a duo off lane of Chipper and Slither. This is not what I was expecting. So they are not going to run tri-lane versus tri-lane. We are going to see Bensington and Aluna versus the solo Tundra, which, by the way, we can see on the mini-map here that he is blocking the pole camp here with the Shiver. And is he using the Couriel anywhere? I believe you should get a Couriel level 1 if I'm not mistaken. Or am I wrong about that? So we have a 2 versus 3 up in the top lane, which both the Slither and the Chipper are pretty vulnerable to a hook or a stun. Devour looks like he specs the Guttling Hook level 1. I'm just gonna call it Hook because we know it as Hook. There's the Couriel. So he does spawn it. The pull camp actually gets blocked by a Ward of Revelation. And it looks like they want the level 2 maybe on the Devo for the Rot. But yeah, once they have that, they're going to be able to just run down these two heroes. There's no escapes on them at all. Tundra takes a lot of pressure here. Gets to level 2. He has the cold shoulder leveled up. He's going to pop a health potion. He will be fine once again. He's going to go in here on a Luna. He's going to put a lot of pressure here with that Couriel. Going to take in some good pressure. In the mid lane, so Bombardier against Gladiator, we see a 7-1. Gladiator against a 7-3 Bombardier. 8-1 now, so looks like you get some creep kills here in the tower. That might change things a little bit, but so he is now 9-3 against 8-1. So he is winning the mid lane by just a bit, and I think that's to be expected as Bombardier is a pretty nasty laner, 1v1. But no kills just yet. The dual lane not giving up any kills to the tri lane. Chipper gets a haster in here in the mid lane from the top river. Looks like he actually has his tar toss. They're trying to set up a kill here, but I believe he was spotted by this ward. Sticky Bomb is going to come out into the crippling pollen from Monarch, and this will be a kill. So despite a haster on the Chipper, he does end up going down, and that is all credit to this ward. Nice rotation coming out from Monarch to recognize that they have a kill opportunity on the Chipper there. So they get on the board with a 1-0 start. That will boost Mr. Bombardier up to 430 gold per minute for now. And the Master of Arms, he's farming 300 GPM, and the Bensington in the bot lane farming at 360. So both farmers doing pretty well so far. But what worries me is this dual lane going up against the tri lane. So they're with the boots. He is most likely going to die here. Devo taking a lot of pressure. Chipper, the rockets are going to be blocked potentially here by Monarch. One more auto attack. They will get the kill onto the Devo. It's going to be 2 kills as the Luna rotates in. She gets the double tap onto the Monarch as well. So they bring it back to 2 kills apiece, and now it has evolved into a 1 versus 1 here in the bot lane of Tundra versus Bensington, with Bensington having a pretty good start. I miss a kill again in the top lane as Shipper goes down. There was a hook used there. 4-minute rune is going to spawn bottom, it looks like, for the Gladiator, which he will get a regen rune, and he will continue his farm. So he is 264 against the 400 Bombardier, but 18-4 against 26-5. Bomb will just choose to go back to base and port back to the mid lane. Bottom lane, we see some heavy pressure coming out from Sir Blazington. One more auto attack on the Tundra. I'm sure he's going to go for this dive with the Joust. Here comes the spawn of the bird. He's going to take the bird out, and boom. He actually outruns the Tundra there. Bensington is a quick boy. He's sitting on 360 movement speed versus the 345 of Tundra. In the jungle here, Monarch is going to take a tar toss, some rockets coming out. Luna, she's trying to get in range for an Emerald Lightning stun. I believe she will get it off here as she gets vision from the rockets. Oh, some nice snipes coming out from Pico. Fun time. But a hook coming out from Duder to save him. And now Luna could be the one who's in trouble. The rock coming out from Devour. And the smackdown on top of that acid bomb as whoop on the Moa gets the kill there. Meanwhile, Chipper gets collapsed on by Bombardier from the mid lane. So they give up 2 kills there in the Hellborn jungle. Looks like Aluna has made her way back into the bot lane. They're going to try to set up a kill here on the Tundra, who is level 5. He's going for a return kill with the piercing shards, but it's not going to be enough for a kill, as Aluna will get credit for that one. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Devourer makes his presence felt there. I actually really want to see that, so sorry, I'm going to rewind it. No shame at all. Devourer, he's coming in. There's a sticky bomb on his head. Here comes the airstrike, and he actually just secures the kill as Bombardier did most of the work there. Good job from Mr. Zunuki to land his sticky bombs into airstrikes. So there is in a bit of trouble here as Devour is on top of him. And he's going to go down. Balmy has a DD rune. He's thinking about... Oh, maybe he just wants to take the stacks. Just going to work on this one stack, it looks like. And that will boost his GPM, or continue to keep him up there at 440. Moa not too far behind with 430, sitting on 3 and 0. Thank God people are recognizing to skill Acid Bomb on Moa. It is such a good spell. Man, do I get a little bit triggered when people skip Acid Bomb. I actually can't believe when people play Moa and don't get Acid Bomb. It actually grinds my gears. Zuruki, he picks up the steam boots here. He's going to make himself pretty tanky. I like that as he's going up against the Gladiator who has lots of burst potential at level 6. With any rotation from a teammate that could very easily be a kill. So he's playing very smartly in terms of his item build. Slither, he's kind of forced into this awkward position now where he can't really lane to the long lane because he just dies to Devourer and any stun setup. So Chipper, he's kind of acting like a suicide hero here, and he's just going to try to rocket the creeps, get as much experience as he can without getting killed by the Devourer and the Moa. 8-minute rune will spawn bottom in favor of Fat and Sexy Squad's Gladiator, which it will be invisibility. It looks like he's porting actually to the top lane. They want to set something up here. They might have seen the TP here with the ward, I'm actually not sure, but here comes the showdown, and the Gladiator, Nightfall is coming out, and Moa is going to be in a lot of trouble. A hook comes out from Devourer, though, onto the Gladiator, and he will die in the tower. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we see a solo kill coming out from Tundra as he capitalizes on Bensington, leaving the bottom lane. Aluna all by herself. She goes down to the Avalanche and the Piercing Shards of Tundra. So they get 2 kills, actually, in exchange for their Moa. Being one in the top lane and one in the bottom lane. Now we have Bensington porting back down to the bottom lane. Tundra, he sees what's going on though. He's got the bird scouting for him. He's just going to continue to get his experience. He's almost level 8, which is very good in comparison to the Slither, who is sitting on level 6. Chooses not to spec the poison burst as feeling that he doesn't want to use that just yet. Chipper, by the way, getting collapsed on. Devour and Bombardier coming in with a nasty flank here. Chipper will not survive that, as I think Devour's hook percentage is got to be perfect right now. He's hitting some baby hooks, but some from downtown as well, which is just fine with me. They're making good use of the Devour pick so far. But it continues to be the mid and the carry for Hex doing quite well, whereas only really the carry, being the Bensington, doing well for the Legion side. And thus we have a 2,000 gold lead so far for Hex at 10 minutes, which isn't super much, but they are going to potentially increase that here with a tower kill. And Chipper, he is not having any of the Devo hook range possibility. He doesn't even have the marchers picked up yet, so he's pretty content with just chilling at his tier 2 tower. Tundra has his Avalanche ready to go, so we could perhaps see a rotation into bottom with perhaps even the Bombardier. Right now he's taking out the stacks, so they're not too focused on setting up any kills. They just want to get the farm up on Bombardier. Moa, he's really close to his Thunderclaw. I believe he needs the recipe, and then he has the Thunderclaw, which he will probably get by around the 12.5 minute mark, as he's farming quite well. And also like the Chalice pickup, helps him to continuously use the Acid Bomb, which does cost quite a bit of mana. Bombardier looks like he will be going for Staff of the Master, which he may even look to upgrade either the Moa or the Devo. There are lots of good staff upgradable targets on the Hellborn side. Gladiator, he's smoking down bottom. The Veiled Rod, it's going to wear off. He does not get the... or actually, yes, he gets the Showdown off on the Tundra. They go for a tower dive, they get the kill. And they may look to push this tower. Slither gets hooked, by the way, in the bot lane. And Devour does a nice job of avoiding that acid spray. Poison spray, not acid spray. Poison spray from Slither. So, almost ends up being a solo kill there, but Moa comes in for the kill secure, gets his recipe for Thunderclaw now. Buys it there. That's a 12-minute Thunderclaw. Mid tower, they're trying to take it out. They have the bombardment. They might go for it here. Oh, he actually chooses some bombardment, the creeps. A nice hook coming out onto the Aluna, into the Devour. This should be a kill onto Aluna, as he actually might escape with the Deja Vu. Nightfall into the mid lane, I believe, but Bensington, they're not going to be able to get any kills out of it. Chipper ends up dying there as well. Here comes a Sticky Bomb stun into a hook, and Bensington, he will end up falling. So great coordination coming out from Hex. So they bring all 5 heroes here. It looks like they used Avalanche maybe on the Chipper. I missed that, but they did use the Avalanche cooldown. Actually, it's been on cooldown for quite a bit. Maybe it was used earlier somewhere else. Anyway, they have taken out a tower in both the mid and the top lane, and they have now increased their gold lead to 6,000 and 5,000 experience. So it's looking really good so far for Hex. Poured in the bottom lane from Sir Bensington. Tundra is here with an Avalanche in 10 more seconds. He's going to show himself though, using the shards. Showdown onto Monarch here in the mid lane, but it might be bait as Devour is coming in. Get him, Pinky! He hits the hook again, and I don't even know if Diva has missed the hook this game. He's literally on fire. That's why his circle is red underneath his hero model. He's just on fire. The action looks like not going to stop, as well, they were looking for a kill there on the Gladiator, but they missed the Sticky Bomb. Devo hits another hook, this time on the chipper. And Master's Call here comes out onto Monarch. Monarch will be fine. And no kills come in the way of Fat and Sexy Squad. Moa picks up Helm of the Victim. Looks like he'll be building that into a Whispering Helm. And he's getting to a pretty comfortable spot now. 500 GPM, same as Bombardier, who picks up a 14-minute staff of the Master. That is an early staff. He's got Airstrike ready to go. They might even look to set up an Avalanche here with the Airstrike. Here it comes, Avalanche, boom! Airstrike, and Sir Bensington goes down, and that is 2 straight deaths now on the Bensington, and it is not looking good for Fat and Sexy Squad, as their GPM chart is kind of reflecting what's happened here in this game, as they only have 300 on the Gladiator, and they really have no farm on any of the supporting casts so far. And now that Moa has his Thunderclaw and his Whispering Helm picked up, he's just going to plow down the stacks in the jungle and continue to farm without Bensington being able to keep up with him, as he's pulling lots of gold. My guess is that he will be going for a Thunderclaw. Bottom tower is pushed in here by Tundra. He will most likely buy a portal key here in, well, 2 creeps that he just killed. He's sitting on 23, now 2400 gold. There's the portal key pickup. And the chase is on in the top lane. Looks like Moa and Devo could get pursued, but they are much stronger than the Slither and the Chipper, so I do feel like they don't need to be too afraid. We're having a collapse here. No, actually, maybe not. Another invisibility rune, actually. Devo, he's going to run into the tower here. He's going to eat onto the Chipper, and he will go down. But they do get the catch on the Slither. They choose not to go for the dive. So Devo, he goes for the man play. Sacrifices himself for the Chipper. You could argue that's not worth it, as he's actually worth more gold right now than the Chipper. And they do give up a tower in the mid lane, so tiny bit of momentum swing. But they're going for a dive here onto the Slither. Moa will get that kill. Meanwhile, oh, wait a minute. Oh, they used the Avalanche with the Airstrike again on Bensington, so Bensington goes down again the same way. There's the Staff of the Master pickup, and who did he upgrade? Oh, he didn't. I'm silly. He didn't have it delivered yet. He is going to give it to Moa. Okay, that's probably the best choice, as he is the guy with lots of farm. However, Devo, man, he's hitting these hooks even without a staff. So there you have it. We're going to have a 17.5-minute game as Hex takes this one in a pretty decisive fashion. The tri-lane versus dual lane here in the top lane causing way too much pressure. For Fat and Sexy Squad.